So you're very welcome to your chair yoga. So this particular chair yoga sequence is particularly good for your back. So this is our emphasis will be for the back for this practice. Good. So I invite you to sit comfortable. If it's possible, sit a little bit to the front of your chair. Of course, if you need more support, you might sit really far back with your buttocks on the chair to have that support, but mainly so that you can still sit nice and upright. But if you don't need that support, you might just sit a bit more to the front here, having the feet flat on the ground. So just to begin with, maybe closing the eyes. If you're comfortable, close your eyes for a moment. It's always very good practice to start any kind of yoga practice with just a little bit of settling, checking in with yourself, how you are. So with the feet flat on the ground, the buttocks well supported on your chair. The back is upright, so even if you're sitting back and take support from the back of your chair, allowing your back to be upright and tall. Think of really lifting your heart. And then, if possible, really releasing the shoulders. You might even roll them a bit to release them away from the ears. And finding a comfortable position for your head to rest here on top of your neck. So already being very much aware of your back as such, maybe of the shape of your spine. So there's a general sense of being tall, at the same time sitting straight, of feeling slightly lifted from the front so the heart area open. And sitting like this also will help you with your breathing. So we begin just with our practice here with a few deeper abdominal breaths in and out. If you find it helpful, you might have your hands here on the abdomen to just, gives a little bit more connection to your breaths. So when you're ready, letting the breaths deepen, coming in towards the navel, so you feel the hands perhaps being pushed forward a little bit with your breath in. And then this long breath out. When you breathe out, you might feel the belly softening again. So with the inhalation, gentle expansion of your abdomen, and maybe even around the chest a little bit. With an exhalation, that softening and releasing. So continue a few more rounds like this, and you can also be aware of your back when you breathe like this, because the back is moving a tiny bit with it. Extending slightly with the inhalation. Maybe you have a feeling of something, a little lifting in the spine. And then just kind of relaxing with the exhalation. So continue for another 2 rounds here. Slow breath in, lengthening through the spine with the inhalation. And releasing with the exhalation. And even this breath here, as you're doing it, is actually massaging your abdominal muscles. It's helping them to relax. If the abdominal muscles are tight, it actually will tighten up your lower back too. And sometimes, even just having a bit of, back tension that's by breathing deeper, by allowing the breath to deepen for a few rounds, might just even help those muscles to relax a bit more there. And then the next exhalation, releasing the breath. Now bringing the hands in front of your chest here with the palms touching each other. The elbows slightly lifted, and you want to definitely be tall. And when you're tall, you want to feel like your sitting bones here, those bony parts are kind of pushing back a little bit. And you're going to start with some stretching, breathing and stretching. So when you're ready with an inhalation, let your arms and hands rise up above the head, go as far up as you can. You can press the feet down at the same time, so you feel really stretched out. And then with the exhalation, let the arms go wide out to the side and all the way down and ending up back into our prayer pose. So that's all with one inhalation and one exhalation. So let's do that again. Inhale, stretching up, pushing the feet down, expanding from the chest. Exhale, bringing the arms all the way down and back into prayer pose. So continue breathing and stretching up, extending in your spine. Exhale, arms coming back down. But in the meantime, don't collapse in your back. So inhale, stretching. Now, if you're actually quite good with your neck, you might even look up each time and bring the arms up. Exhale, arms return back. So continue, inhale, stretching, pushing the feet down, long spine, arms out to the side, breathing out, nice and slow. And again, inhale, stretching, maybe looking up. But don't forget to bring the head down again with the exhalation. So 3 more rounds, keep going, long breaths, stretching, so we're warming up a little bit here. And stretching. And bringing the arms down and back into prayer pose. And again, stretching out to the side and down. Good. Resting the hands for a moment on your thighs. Maybe just feeling, you know, how the breath already invigorated maybe your upper body here and your spine. And then we continue here with our cat pose. So what we're going to do is with an exhalation, you can push your arms forward, round your back, round your shoulders, push the back out behind you. So head is down as well here. And then with an inhalation, arching, so you're pulling back, you press your belly forward, you lift from your chest, and you can even roll the shoulders back, down. And again, you might look a little bit up. You don't have to go very high. I always watch your neck. So exhale, pushing the arms forward, rounding your upper body. And you want to squeeze your belly in. See if you can squeeze the belly and squeeze all the air out. And then extending again, arching, coming up, rolling the shoulders back, lifting your chest. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, extending and arching and bringing the shoulders back. And again, exhale, rounding. Inhale, arching. Now, if it's okay here now, bring your arms back. Maybe hold onto the back of your chair if you can. So if you really want to keep the shoulders pulling back. And also, see if you can turn the inner elbows forward as you do it. So you turn them forward, the chest is expanding. So we're sitting here with this little arch in our back. And maybe the head slightly looking up. But actually, you know, it's also okay to just have your head facing forward here. Good. Can we feel the squeeze of the shoulder plates? Can you feel the chest expanding here? Maybe breathing into your chest. Good. And then we relax, release your arms, and we go round again. So this time with the arms staying forward, the head relaxing. See if you can breathe here for a moment. It's not going to be easy to breathing, but maybe we can breathe a little bit and we feel really arched. Is our back as round as it can be? We're not leaning forward, so the head isn't closer towards your knees now. Good, another breath. And we repeat that once more. So arching with the inhalation. If you can, you hold onto the back of your chair, keeping the shoulders rolled back, the inner elbows rolling forward. Holding here. Don't forget to breathe, breathing into your chest. feeling the squeeze in between your shoulder blades. And then we release and curling the spine. So push the spine back, round your shoulders, relax your head. Breathing here for a moment, squeezing the front of your body. Great. And then coming back up. So that's extension and flexion of our spine. Also really helping us to open up in the chest. I'm just going to turn my chair a little bit because we're going to be side bending so you can see me a bit better. So having woken up our spine, really those practices, really waking up our spine, we're going to do some lovely side bending. So again, sitting comfortable, feet on the ground, knees hip-width apart. Relax your arms down alongside your body. And again, you want to feel like you're very tall. So ideally, we're really reaching up already with maybe the back of your head, top of your head, really reaching up. So when you're ready, with an inhalation, let your right arm either go out to the side or maybe go forward and up if you don't have the space. So inhale, lifting up. So here we're already feeling hopefully a stretch in the right side without having to go anywhere. You might feel already a bit of a stretch. And if it's okay with your next exhalation, just slide your left arm down towards the ground, but you're not going to the ground. But lean over a little bit, but make sure that your right hip isn't lifting up. So you want to keep that right hip firmly on the ground and you push that right foot down. Good, so with an inhalation, imagine somebody's pulling on your arm and you're lifting up. Exhale, bringing the arm down, the right arm down. So do we feel a bit of a kind of softening here on the right side after having stretched? So left arm lifting up out to the side or forward and up, whatever space you got. And then sliding down with your right arm, leaning a little bit to the side. Now make sure that your left hip is not lifting, it's still nicely on the chair. Okay, lifting up. And you can stretch up here so your left arm. And then inhale, being pulled up and back up again. Exhale, bring the arm down. So we repeat that, right arm lifting with the inhalation. And the palm is facing, the right palm is facing to your left. So I might go a little bit further back so you see it better. And then exhale, sliding down. Now keep your spine tall. We're not going down and screeching up. So really, and you might actually, if it's okay, you might even look up towards your right hand. See where that hand is? Can you look up? Can you look down to your left? Good. And then coming back up again, inhale, exhale, bring the arm down. Left arm, inhale, stretching up. So you want to feel already good stretch on your left side. Left palm is facing to the right. Exhale, we slide down on the right side. Now relax your right shoulder here. So keep your left hip firmly on the chair. So again, we can stretch up and looking up to our left hand. We can look down to your right. Good. And then stretching and coming back up again. And release. So one more round. Right arm lifting up. Inhale. Now this time, we slide down to our left with the exhalation and see if the right arm can come with us. Maybe the right arm can come with us. And we still want to keep our right hip on the ground, the right foot firmly pressing down. And again, we might look up towards the hand. We might look down towards the left hand. Good. And then inhale, coming back up, straightening up. Exhale, bring the arm down. So left side, lifting up, really stretching up now, nice and tall. Sliding down our left to the right side and bring your left arm with you if you can. So that just extends our stretch here a little bit. Now, is your left hip still on the chair? Is your left foot firmly pressing down? So you might look up towards your left hand. You might look down towards your right hand. Inhale, stretching up. Extending, exhale, arm down. Good. After this, just do a nice cat again. Just a gentle rounding of your back, arching of the back. So we're just kind of easing maybe a little bit again. Arching and extending. And then sliding forward with your elbows on the knees. So you can slide forward here with your elbows on the knees. Relax your head. So feeling the back being kind of maybe nicely rounded here now. And if there was anything that was maybe had been a bit tight, you know, we can breathe into this. And then if you're okay with your back, and only if it's really okay, let your elbows slide off the knees and hanging fully forward. So hanging fully forward, head relaxing, feeling a stretch going through the whole of your back, right up here to the back of your neck even. Hanging forward, holding here for a moment, breathing. Breathing into your back. And then bring your hands onto your knees and pushing yourself up. So we're straightening up again. So this time when we go forward again, so you lengthen your spine with the inhalation. With an exhalation, slide your hands forward, either come onto the knees or go all the way down, hanging down. And then if you are hanging down, bring your arms right back behind you, with the palms facing up, the head is still down towards your knees. And then with an inhalation, swing your arms forward, press into your feet, and see if you can straighten up, stretching up again. So we're very tall. And then bring the arms out to the side, exhale. So inhale here, exhale, going forward, stretching, extending, rounding the back, head relaxing. Then bring the arms back. Inhale, swing the arms forward, press into your feet, straightening your back, nice and tall now. And then exhale, bringing the arms back down again. So do it again, inhale here. Exhale, leaning forward, coming down, relax your head. Bring the arms back. And then inhale, lifting forward and up, straightening up, nice and tall now. Exhale, bringing the arms down. Now we do the same practice, but we reverse the movement. So what we do is from here, inhale, this time you bring the arms up first, so bringing them up. And then with an exhalation, we're leaning forward and down and stretch out as you lean forward. Relax the arms here. Bring the hands back onto your thighs. Inhale, straightening up. So we're back up here. So arms out to the side. Inhale, lifting up. So lean forward with a straight back, stretching out, going forward and down. Exhale. And then bring the hands back onto your knees. Inhale, straightening up. So one last round. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, leaning forward and down, stretching out. Then bring the hands on your knees. Inhale, straightening up. So this is a very good practice to strengthen your back muscles, particularly when we're coming up from here. And also when we're going down, yeah? But anytime you find that it's very strong for your back or your back is sore, you can always just go halfway. You don't have to go all the way down. Or if you go forward and down, instead of having the arms long, you might just go down like this with the arms down, yeah? So really important to find the right level for you, you know, because we want to mobilize our back, we want to strengthen the back. But at the same time, we have to really work with what's actually, you know, what is safe for us and what we need in that moment. Okay, so we're coming to another spinal movement, which is the spinal twist. So for this one, sitting on your chair, you can actually sit a little bit further back. So in fairness, actually, you know, and what you really need to do is you need to be able to have your feet flat on the floor. If you can't have your feet flat on the floor, you can always put a cushion there, because it's important that the feet are well supported, Yeah, so you're not high up and somewhere in the middle, which is not great for support. So we're sitting back, nice and tall. Okay, you might lean all the way back, but you might just have your bum back and the back of your, depending also on the shape of your chair, of course. So what we want to do is here, straightening up first again. So can we be nice and straight, feet firmly on the ground. And then you take your right hand and place it on the left knee. Now you might have it on the knee or even outside the knee, as I have my hand here. But I want to be really straight. And you can see already I'm turning, my trunk is already turned. And then you can take your left arm and bring it behind your chair. You might be able to bring it right behind your chair. Now don't lean too much back or forward. So we still stay nice and tall here. So breathing in, lengthening your spine. And then exhale, see if you can turn the right shoulder a little bit more forward and your left shoulder back. So watch out for your back, don't overdo it. Find the right level. You can always pull a little bit with your right hand because it helps you to sit upright. So can we breathe here? So if you can't breathe, if you're stuck with the breath, you need to ease a little bit, okay? So you need to be able to breathe kind of pretty well all the way down to your navel. The head can also turn to your left, but don't overdo it. You don't have to see the shoulder or anything. Just a slight turn to your left is actually okay. So breathing here. Good. So keep your spine nice and tall as you turn back. And in between, you might just lean forward for a moment, rounding the back, making sure that your back is, fine again here. And then straightening up. And we go the other side. So first bringing it tall, bringing your left hand on the outside of your right knee, and then bring the right arm behind you. So you want to stay tall. You might turn the head even a little bit to the right, not too much. So breathing in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, maybe turn your left shoulder forward a little bit and the right shoulder back. But mind your back, don't go too far. It's not important how far you can go. But what is important that you're able to breathe here. Can you breathe all the way into your belly? All the way into your belly. So one more breath. So keep yourself tall, turning back again to the middle, rounding your back. Maybe just do, gentle cat here, forward and back. And maybe even leaning for a moment onto your elbows, relaxing the head. Or anybody who's really comfortable with stretching out, you can hang fully forward with your arms down, fingers towards your toes. Again, stretching into the whole of your back here, breathing out. And we have done the major movements now for the spine. We have gone flexing and stretching, extending, and then we have done forward bending, side bending, and spinal twist. Good. So coming up again, straightening up. And just see how it feels. Does your back feel a bit more alive after having done all this movement, which is actually really important that we can keep our spine, flexible, but also strong. That's important, not just flexible. The back has to, flexibility and strength go together. So once more, come forward on your chair if you can, if that's comfortable. You can still have your feet on the cushion, or if the feet are well on the ground, you just have them, well on the ground here. And then the final movement, nicely for the spine to kind of ease up, is what we call the hula hoop. So you might just want to kind of move around. Imagine you have a hula hoop around your chest and you're kind of moving nicely, and all the nice round movement. Can we do that? Nice playful. Go one direction first. And then the other direction. grounding. Good. So this is also very good for your internal organs. You can see they are, you know, they've been massaged to the belly, all the organs there, and they've been nicely massaged. Good. And then sitting upright again, nice and tall with your hands here on the thighs, still feeling that lovely stretch, maybe aliveness through your back. And then you can bring the hands back into prayer pose in front of your chest. And we do a nice upward stretch again. So really stretching up. If you can, keep your hands together. If they don't stay together, don't worry. You relax them a little bit. But otherwise, staying together and just hold here for another 2 breaths. Really strong. You don't have to look up, so just look forward, stretching into the arms up, pushing the sitting bones into the chair here, feet on the ground. Good, 1 more breath. And then bring the hands back into prayer pose, just holding here for a moment, closing, the eyes are closed now if you can. Keeping yourself tall, just rest your hands on the thighs. Sitting for a moment with awareness of your back, the rest of your body. Awareness of your breathing. And also, importantly, with appreciation, can we thank our back, can we thank our body for supporting us all our lives in the best way the body can. For the spine to keep us upright, to keep us mobile. Without the spine, we wouldn't be able to move anywhere. And of course, sometimes the back might give us a bit of a challenge. So, but even appreciating it in that way, you know, and we do our best to take care of our back, taking care of ourselves. So just a moment sitting here with the breath, awareness of your body. So this practice was particularly with emphasis on your back. And you can do that, you know, as part of a bigger practice. Maybe you want to go on to the next little practice where we might do the shoulders. There will be a practice for the shoulders. There will be a session for the hips. There will be a session for balance. So all those different ones. But, you know, and you just maybe alternate them from day to day, or so that eventually the whole of your body gets moved. So bringing the hands together in prayer pose. Maybe just bow the head for a moment, saying kind of thank you to yourself. Good. So thank you everybody for participating. See you next time.